Welcome back everybody to what is the final episode and the first season of our manager's journey on the Kilmarnock step of it right here on 1920 Gaming in FIFA 20 career mode. Looking forward to this one, 3 massive games in this one, starting off here with Aberdeen. Before we get into all that, we're going to just have a look now, just confirming, it is Aberdeen, Rangers and Celtic, as if we needed reminding of that. Before we jump into the Aberdeen game though, I just want to clear up that we have now had our meeting with the chairman himself rather than his rep, and we've spoken about the youth academy, which is still on track, so that should be open in another 2 seasons time. The money in the contract was already fine, it was never anything about that. And he has offered to chuck in 40 million's worth of investment at the beginning of next season. That's out of his own money, just to try and get us where we need to be with the squad now that we're competing in Europe as well. So everything that I needed from him was there, but he did promise that last season, and it was supposed to be a 3-year contract that was going to get signed. Obviously things didn't happen how he said they were going to. We didn't get that investment that he promised last season. So instead of signing the 3-year contract, we are signing the 1-year contract. He knows we've had offers from teams in the Belgian league and this and that have seen what we've managed to accomplish so far here. But I'm going to be staying put. Again, 1 year this time. I determine that rather than him. So we'll meet again towards the end of the season, see where we are, see if we've both ticked boxes that each other wanted ticking. And if that happens, then we'll happily go on. If not, then maybe we do look elsewhere, who knows. But yeah, that's the state of play at the moment, so that's now cleared up. We wanted it done and dusted before these 3 massive games. We've managed to achieve that. So yeah, all is well. And what we're going to do now, before we jump into the other game, the Aberdeen game, is we're going to take a look at what happened at the end of what happened in last episode in terms of results, and a quick look at the league table before we jump into the Aberdeen game as well. And as you can see, this is the league table after the split. We're now only 8 points behind Celtic, who have again dropped points. Celtic at the moment are really stuttering over the line. I still believe that they'll get there, but mathematically at the moment the door is still open for us. But what we're really looking at and concentrating on is what's going on just beneath us, and Rangers are still only 2 points away from us. So we need to keep doing what we was on about in the last episode. We need a win against Aberdeen to start with, and then that'll just leave us hopefully needing a point against Rangers and not needing anything at all out the Celtic game. That would be the ideal scenario. It's easy to talk about, it's a bit harder to do it. But yeah, we're not going to waste any time. We'll just have a quick recap at the results in the last episode. So for those of you who have not seen that one yet, that is up on the channel right now, and it's probably worth going to watch that one before you see any more of this one. But other than that, we'll check the results from the last episode just as a recap, and then we will jump into the Aberdeen game. So unfortunately, as you can see, first result in the last episode was us getting dumped out of the cup by Rangers. We then went away to St Johnstone and won 2-0, and we just about got over the line against Hearts for the 2-1 win, bringing us to where we are now, this Aberdeen game. We're not going to waste any more time, we're going to jump right on into it, and I will see you at kick-off, guys. So who can forget how the last game against these went? We managed to get ourselves a nice 6-1 win. That was with a rotated team, which gives me a bit of confidence that we can do the same thing today with, once again, a rotated team. We've got Lewis playing today, Friezel's playing today, we've got Cameron up front, Bruce gets a game today, Kambamba's in the side. So there is a heavy rotation, and that is because just a couple of days after this one we'll be going into that Rangers one, and we need our full team against them, as we got taught a lesson in the cup. So yeah, we need a big result today. In terms of big result, I mean, we just need to get that W, just get over the line now and leave ourselves just needing that 1 point against Rangers. I feel confident we can take a point away from them, and then Celtic, I'm not that confident that we'll get anything out of that game, and that's why I'm so desperate to not need anything from that game. Bit of a shaky start from us at the moment though. I got ourselves into a little bit of a situation now that we didn't need to be in. Lewis today, he's playing out on the left hand side of the three behind the striker and almost gets himself in there. We've got a corner now, so bit of end-to-end action to start this episode off. Ball's coming in now, Bruce wins the header, he's beat the keeper as well, but it's just wide. Unlucky there, Bruce, unlucky. We'll just keep going like that and we should be alright. It's been a very end-to-end opening, almost first half an hour. It's a hard one to call at the moment. Like I say, it's end-to-end. Aberdeen look more threatening when they come forward than we do when we come forward. There's a lot of turnovers from both sides in the middle of the pitch at the moment. Both really struggling, as you can see there, to hold on to the ball. And like I say, when they do get into the final third, Aberdeen look a lot more threatening than we do. Although, having said that, good chance here, but instead of playing it across the box, Kambamba may be a bit selfish there, mate. It should have been squared, and I think Cameron opens up the scoring for the game. I know he got one in the last episode, Kambamba, maybe that's what he's thinking now, but that should most definitely have been put across the box. And if it was, like I say, I believe it probably would have been 1-0 there. He might have a chance here to make up for it now. He's got a lot of time to pick someone out here, but again, it looks like no. I thought he was going to go on his own again there. He did try and get it across the box this time, when maybe it might have been better to shoot because there was no one open that time. But yeah, maybe a couple of decisions wrong there. We got in twice though, and we did look more threatening than we have done in the opening half an hour, so that's promising. And the way that he just got through Bruce wasn't promising there though. We bring it away again now. Kambamba heavily involved in the game at the moment. Cameron there, nice turn. He's beat a second man as well, but then he gets a second bite at him, and this time he does take the ball off him. And this time it's Aberdeen who come forward. But the ball's cut out there by Bruce, quite high up the pitch as well. It's good play by him, but he really should be looking to get back into position now. Although, having said that, he's put McCreaney in a good position here. McCreaney beats one, beats two. The keeper's coming out. Oh my God, what a goal that is. That is special from McCreaney there. Beats two men, keeper comes out, doesn't let it faze him, and then that finish. Oh my word, that finish. That's nothing like anything else that we've scored so far this season. Just look at that absolute perfection. Keeper has got absolutely no chance with that, and what an angle this is going to be. To get that up and down like that and hit the side netting from such a tight angle, that is unbelievable skill from McCreaney there. Goal of the season, undoubtedly, and we've not even played the other two games yet. That is absolutely out of this world. And rightly, it gets recorded. What a goal that is. Right before half time as well. Everything about that goal was just so good. Yeah, really happy, really proud of that one. As long as we don't waste that now and concede here, and we take a 1-0 lead into half time, that's good enough for me. Just get it away, Lewis. He brings it out instead, and McCreaney has got to be absolutely bubbling with confidence at the minute after that finish. That's a great ball out to Kambamba as well. Can he beat his man? He has beaten his man. He's played it back, and McCreary's got another one. And we've just wrapped this game up at half time. McCreary's on fire at the minute, guys. Absolutely on fire. What an end to the first half this is. And I reckon that could be the points already. We've done something that we've not managed to do so far this season. We've scored once, we've gone up and scored again, and probably killed the game dead. And that is exactly what we wanted to do as we go into this Rangers game. And yes, McCreary, what a player at the moment. He's right in form, right at a moment when we need him to be as well, as the big games keep rolling in, and that will do it. That is the end of the first half, guys, and what a first half it turned out to be in the end. But we're into the second now, and as you would expect, we've just been keeping the ball in the middle, trying to create stuff but not forcing it, just keeping Aberdeen out the game. Just hold fire a minute, because McCreary has put another one in, this time with a left foot again. That is his hat-trick now, and he has single-handedly won us this game. That moment of inspiration in the first half with a dink. Finishes the game off right on half-time where he couldn't really miss, and he thumps this one home this time, no mistake again. And I said we needed a big performance today, and by that I meant the W. But we have got a big performance out of one player more than anything, and Aberdeen look quite shell-shocked at the moment. I don't think they know really what to do with us. We seem to have overtaken them at the moment in terms of quality and things like that. I expected the league this season, like I said, I think I've touched on it before, to be Rangers Celtic or Celtic Rangers Aberdeen underneath, and then maybe we'd get fourth, but we've been way better than that. I'm not sure if I have mentioned that before. I know I've had those thoughts before. And yeah, we seem to have left them behind, and we've not played our first team against them for the last twice that we've played them now. And the second team, if you want to call it that, the fringe players, have gone out there and done a job on them twice. And yeah, this has been another great performance from us against them. And we've just got under 10 minutes left now, not long left at all. And as you can see, we're just in complete control now. McCreary could even be in again here at the moment. The keeper saved it this time, but Cameron's got there off the rebound. He had to go and win the duel with a defender. He did so, and that is the icing on the top of a very nice cake. What a way to start this episode. Fans are going mad, as they should be. We've took Aberdeen to the cleaners again. McCreary heavily involved again. Keeper gets the better of him this time, but like I say, Cameron's on hand, wins the heading duel, and that makes it 4-0 against Aberdeen again. Again, going to cement the fact that we are the third best side in the league at the moment, and if we can carry this form into the last two games, and God, if Celtic have dropped points again, that would be absolutely immense, because then we'd only need them to drop points in one more game, and we'd have them in maybe a title decider come the end of the season. We can't get ahead of ourselves though. We've got a really tough one coming up against Rangers. This one's pretty much done now. You got to say it. There's no way them turning this around with the amount of time that's left. Hopefully we can keep the clean sheet. That'd be nice as well. But if not, it doesn't take away anything from what's been a really good performance again. And I just thought they might get in there, but no, that's offside, and that is most definitely going to be the end of the game now. We just need to keep the ball now, just see the time out and collect this 3 points. And like I say, what a start to what is a massive episode that this has been. Kambamba there, just strong enough to hold his man off McCreary, and again Cameron nearly got McCreary in again for one more. If we win this now, win this back now, this should be the end of the game. Unfortunately, he skipped round our defender quite easily there, did Main. He's surrounded now though, and that is going to be the end of the game surely. Keeper's punched it away, it's booted clear, and that is the end of the game. Another nice win, 4-0 this time against Aberdeen. McCreaney gets the match ball. It's been a great day all round, no complaints at all. And yeah, we move on to the next one now. That next one being against Rangers, and it's up in just a couple of days' time. Celtic unfortunately have won. I believe that it was against Rangers, because we're 5 points clear of Rangers now, which means that we do only need a point now. Even if we was to lose against them, we just need a point off Celtic. The league's out of reach now, but this game against Rangers is just pretty much to cement second place now. And yeah, we just got to go into it, even get a point against them, that's enough. So we did in the end, with help from Celtic as well, to do it a bit quicker. Put ourselves in exactly the situation that we wanted to be in going into the Celtic game. We shouldn't need anything out of that now. Actually, yeah, even if we got a point today, we'd still be 5 points with 3. Yeah. All we need to do is just see this game out against Rangers, just not lose, and we'll be absolutely fine for second place. Okay then, so here we go, it's our last home game of the season. Couldn't be against any tougher opponents, could it, than Rangers. We do this one without losing, and we have actually managed to go unbeaten in our new ground all season long. The new rugby stadium has been an absolute fortress, and nobody has took a W from us here at the moment, which is brilliant. Way better than I thought it would have gone, to be honest. And yeah, all we've got to do is keep our concentration here now, get a point off these, move on to the Celtic game, just enjoy ourselves in that one then, and yeah, see out the end of the season. Oh, that would have been a really nice ball there if that had got to Ince, but it wasn't to be. Rangers are obviously going to be going all out for this one, to bring themselves back into it on the last day. Because as much as we know that we've got Celtic and we don't want to be needing anything from that game, Rangers will also know that we're going to be ending against Celtic and will want us to have to get something from that game. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, this one. And it has been so far. We've really had to hang in there. Rangers have absolutely battered us. Even on the counter so far, we've not been able to lay a glove on them. And oh dear, Jones could be in here. That's a nice little layoff. Good work from the defence there to cut that one out. And can we do something now with Ince on the counter again? Power's just running through there. Parrott's gone on ahead of him. He couldn't take the ball in his stride though, and the attacks almost fell apart here now. Parrott's got it again, laid it off to Power again, and that's good patience by us at the moment. Dicker gets it to Ince, and oh man, I thought that was 1-0. I saw Parrott smash it, I thought it's in, and it's not, it's off the post. That's as close as anyone's come at the moment, and it's been definitely by a long way our best bit of play so far in this half. We're doing enough at the moment by hanging in there, but I wouldn't like to bank on trying to get a 0-0 against these guys, for that's for definite. Defoe here, he's looking quite tired already actually, Defoe, I just picked up on there. He's still looking dangerous though, as you can see, but he looks really tired. They did, if you remember, sell Morelos at the beginning of this season. I don't know if they've replaced him or not, but that seemed a bit of a mistake to me, and they've let Kent go as well, so maybe they're doing what we're in the process of doing at the moment, and having to sell players and get younger ones in and try and fund themselves that way. Ince was unlucky there, tried a little bit too much, but yeah, that's kind of the strategy we're on at the moment. We need investment off the chairman, which he has promised is coming, to get some young players through the door, develop them, sell them on for a profit, get some more, and yeah, that's our strategy off the pitch just at the moment. But we're in the very early stages of that, and maybe Rangers are having to do the same, selling off their top stars for bits of money to get in and reinvent the squad again. Who knows? But I know that they have sold Kent by the looks of it, because he's not playing again today, and I know for definite that they have sold Morelos. And Parrott could be in here now. He's got across his defender. His defender's done well. Keeper's pulled down. Is it Campbell he's pulled down now? I think it is. Was it the keeper that pulled him down? I know that Campbell come out of nowhere with the acceleration there. And it's either the defender or the keeper that's pulled him down. And this is a huge moment in the match now. And I'm not going to look for another taker and risk happening what happened before. And I don't need to. Parrott has stuck that away in the corner. It weren't perfectly timed, but it was good enough. And we once again have scored right on the button of half time. And that's going to absolutely kill Rangers mentally. That they've got to completely change what they were doing now, and we have a cushion. It's almost like a two-legged tie, this one, because we only need the point. So now they've got to score 2 to get what they want out the game, and as long as we only concede the 1, if we have to concede, we'll be absolutely fine. And we're into the second half now, almost an hour in. We've made a change. We've brought McCreaney on for Campbell because of having Celtic in a few days' time. This is a nice bit of play here between Dicker and Thomas. Dicker is through here. He's hit the post. Oh, that was a chance to kill the game dead there. He unfortunately couldn't put it in. It was a great little bit of play between him and Thomas. But unfortunately we couldn't finish it off. So far in the second half, no team really has done anything. That was head and shoulders the best bit of play of the second half. That's nice as well there. And Rangers just seem to be tiring a little bit now. The way that they do play is awfully demanding on the players, and come the end of the season it just feels like that they're running out of a bit of steam at the moment, which is good for us as long as we keep our concentration. But yeah, we brought McCreaney on. That's out of merit, as well as the fact that we do have Celtic in a couple of days. He single-handedly obviously won us the last match, so he deserves to play a part in this one. Oh, we could be in here with Vince. We got a bit lucky. It weren't great, and it's hit both posts and come back out this time. Come on. It was great build-up play again, and again the post saves Rangers. This time it was both posts saving them. That's a nice bit of skill there from McCreaney to get into the box, and Ince hits it again, but it's straight at the keeper this time. We're just starting to turn the screw a little bit here, as we are, like I've said, sensing that Rangers are just fading a bit in the game at the moment. If we can get another one, I think we walk away from here with all 3 points today. Unfortunately, we've not been able to kill the game off just yet. There is only a couple of minutes left, however. Aribo's just come on for fresh legs, probably more than anything, and they paid off there, but his power just got enough strength here just to hold him off and go all the way. He might have, you know, he's left him, but he couldn't pick out the right pass. And maybe now this one ends 1-0 because there's not a lot of time left at all. Rangers have played it back. They've just got nothing left in their legs at all at this point. And we do walk away with a 1-0 win, and I believe that's a first clean sheet against either of the Old Firm sides. And we have gone undefeated all season at home. The players, as you can see, are happy with that. We've just cemented our second place as well. We only needed a point today. We've got all 3, so nothing now is needed against Celtic. We can just go and enjoy that one. And yeah, well, the season is over for us now. Mathematically, we can't drop, we can't climb. So yeah, it's just a matter of enjoying this Celtic game now and seeing the season out. And that's exactly what we intend to do. We're on the counter against them here now. 15 minutes gone. Thomas is just all on his own, dried all into the box, completely unchallenged. He's picked out Burke there, who's playing his last game for us today. And what a way to end his career. A goal away at Celtic to put us ahead. Thomas done all the legwork, all the running there. No one really got close to him. It's a good controlled volley from Burke. And we are actually now 1-0 up against Celtic with less than 20 minutes on the clock. Great way, happy for Burke that he's going to go out that way. It's a nice little memory for him on his farewell game. I think we've got Bruce in there today as well for the same reason. Yeah, Celtic are not treating it as anything other than another like ultra competitive game. They've got 1 or 2 players on a yellow card already in this one. They've been ultra aggressive, and we've given that away in a really bad area there. We might be made to pay for that now. That rebound has come straight out to him, and he's put it in. Elianusis, he put it in, but he was just offside. So we've got away with one there. But yeah, obviously being 1-0 up, that's a really good start. And Bruce has just had the opposite start to what Burke did, and almost give Edouard a gift there. And it's very unusual that he doesn't take one of them. We got away with another one. Celtic have really stepped it up, obviously, since we've gone 1-0 up. They were playing okay anyway, if I'm being honest, but it was a lot more even than it feels at the moment. It's a good little interception there from Hendry. Thomas is already half done. He put in a big effort against Rangers. There's a couple of players like that today. Probably he's on the Celtic team as well. But yeah, if we can see a 1-0 out till half time, that would be great, and it'll give us something to work with. But we're going to have to play a lot better than this if we want to do that. We do work it out this time now. Hendry gives it away on the halfway line again though, and we just cannot get out at the minute. It's relentless Celtic pressure once again. And do we get this one away this time of asking? There's a few headers going on here. We do manage to work it out in the end. That's a decent little touch from Parrott there. He's got sent through again. He skipped the last man's tackle. Surely now Parrott's going to make it 2-0. He is going to make it 2-0. We're 2-0 up against Celtic, away from home. Just over half an hour gone, and we surely now are going to take a lead into half-time. Here's another brilliant counter. Maybe that's what we do have to do against Celtic. We've just been soaking up pressure. We've hit them on the break twice. It's a really composed finish from Parrott for his 14th of the season. And what a first half against Celtic this has been. They've got to feel so annoyed at the moment. They've been the more aggressive side off the ball. They've been better on the ball. They've had way more chances. They've got hit on the counter twice, and we've put the ball in the back of the net twice. And can we make it 3-0 now before half time? Power's in here. He's got to hit this one. He doesn't. It takes too long to do anything with it, and the defender gets back. But we've got Celtic on the ropes here now. We could put this game to bed with another goal before half time, but unfortunately, actually, just as I say that, Celtic start playing it out again. We do get the interception, but this time we've get it on straight back, and maybe we just set up for a 2-0 before the half now. We managed to do that, but unfortunately just after half time that happens, and it is 2-1. We were relentlessly defending since the whistle's gone to start the second half. It felt like there was a goal coming. It felt like that in the first half as well. They have grabbed one now. We just need to keep our heads now. Have a bit of a spell of possession, take another 10-15 minutes out of the game maybe, without trying to do it without conceding again. It is going to be tough because of who we're playing against, but if we can do it and regain our composure, maybe for the first time this season, in the very last game of the season, we can actually beat these guys. But it is going to be tough, especially now they've got that goal back as well. Yeah, it's going to be a tough challenge, but we'll find out if we are up to it now. We've managed so far to at least take that 10-15 minutes out of the game that I was hoping that we could do, and we've wrestled somewhat control of it. We've had a lot more of the ball than in this last 10-15 minutes than we have for the entire game so far, to be fair. But Celtic are coming again here now, and Edouard and Forrest has brought them right back into it now. We were 2-0 up, guys. We were 2-0 up, and it is now 2-2. We just cannot seem to beat this side. It's really baffling because it still doesn't feel as though when you're in the game and you're playing against them that you're under that kind of pressure that Rangers put you under. It feels like Rangers are a harder team to play against, but the results would say otherwise, because we have now beat Rangers twice this season. We yet to beat Celtic. I suppose what it is even though Rangers are the tougher side to play against, because they do press so aggressively and so high, they do leave gaps at the back. So you get less opportunities against Celtic than you do against Rangers, but they don't seem to create as much in terms of chances themselves as Rangers do. So I don't know. Results would say obviously it's harder to play against Celtic, but when you're in the game and the heat of battle, it feels a lot more intense against Rangers. But maybe that's just me. In any event, we've got 10 minutes now not to concede again, because it would be heartbreaking to lose this game from 2-0 up. Sorry, we could do something here though. We've inched ourselves. Unfortunately not. The defender was having none of that, was he? He just muscled inside the way and whacks it clear. Burke now down this left hand side has done really well there. He has played it into Ince, who's lost it again. This, remember guys, is the last game of the series, of the season, sorry, not the series, of the season. It's gonna be the last action in this episode as well. It's been a really fun episode. Every single game has been difficult, even the one against Aberdeen that we did win 4-0. It wasn't as plain sailing as the 6-1. So yeah, it's been another fun episode. It's been an absolutely great season. I've really enjoyed putting the season together. I hope you've enjoyed watching it too. We're going to continue on with it. Like I said, we've got another 1 year contract signed and sealed now, so we'll definitely be with Kiliie next season. Beyond that, depends on how the relationship blossoms with the chairman and whether we both do what we've said we were going to do in that meeting, and whether the other guy wants to continue working, whether that's me with him or him with me. We will see. But yeah, this season's been an absolute blast to make. I've really enjoyed it. Let's not end it on a sour note now. That's a great save from the keeper. Wait, what? Please don't tell me they've got a penalty. Oh, come on. Not like this. Come on, keeper. Oh, great save. Absolutely great save there, because that was never a penalty. That is instant karma working right there. But yeah guys, if you have enjoyed this, please do hit that like and subscribe. I want to thank you for your time once again. It's been an absolute pleasure making these videos this season. I've really enjoyed doing it, and hopefully, like I said, that comes across and you've enjoyed watching, and I hope that we'll see each other again for the next one. Obviously there'll be no football in the next one. It's going to be a season review probably, and yeah guys, I will see you all for that one. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.